Cheevo, guys!
What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on Task Force Kampas. This game was published by EastAsiaSoft and it was developed by Casio Pea. So if you guys are wondering what type of game this is a shoot 'em up game, and there is a lot going on the screen. Hence the epilepsy warning. And that's for real, guys. Like, I had to take a break from this game. I almost went full on rage. Now, I'm sure you're watching this video thinking this is going to be easy completion, but this is probably the hardest shoot 'em up completion from EastAsiaSoft so far. Overall, it took me about an hour and 15 minutes, but I could totally see somebody spending 2, maybe even 3 hours on this if they're not good at shoot 'em ups. So yeah, we're looking at 21 achievements with 1000 gamer score, or if you're playing on PlayStation, it does offer a platinum trophy, and on PlayStation, I think it has 4 different stacks. I'd say an expert shoot 'em up player could probably get it done as soon as 30 minutes, however, a noob might take as long as 3 hours. So this one is definitely skill dependent, guys. The 2 hardest achievements in the game are going to be for beating 3 bosses. Lucky for us, we can beat the first boss over and over again, so we're gonna have to beat him a total of 3 times. I can't imagine anybody even gets to the second boss nor completes him, so more than likely we're going to be defeating the first boss 3 different times to get this achievement. Now, I don't want you guys to get it twisted and make it sound too easy, because the first boss is actually pretty difficult. The game moves very fast, it's very sensitive, and you cannot slow your ship down. And this is even on the easiest difficulty that I was having trouble. Now, you can change the difficulty in the options menu, however by default it's already going to be on easy. Now, when we start the game, we're going to have 3 different characters unlocked by default. The first is going to be a character with the extra shot, the second is going to be a character with a powerful shot, and the third is going to be a character with extra HP. Now, this first character is called Green, and he's the one with the extra shot, so he's just going to have a 3rd bullet. But honestly, guys, as you play the game, you guys unlock these power-ups regardless of the character. So for instance, this character has extra HP. However, we can unlock extra HP with the other 2 ships, so there's really no point in picking this character. The way the game works is we unlock power-ups after each level. The thing is that if you get hit, your power-up disables. Not only that, but the amount of damage that you're doing resets. Your damage meter is on the right hand side, so when you've been racking up a lot of kills and combos, your damage meter is going to be full. However, like similar to the power-ups, it does reset if you get hit. So ultimately, our biggest goal in this game is to make sure that we do not take damage. If you do take damage, you can actually heal yourself if you stop shooting. Now, the character that I recommend playing with is the Psycho Baby. That's the character with the super shot, so by default, these shots are just a little more powerful than the other 2 characters. However, as I mentioned before, regardless of which character you pick, all of the power-ups are available. The extra HP, the extra damage, and the extra bullets. You can get those regardless of your character. Power-up that you receive at the end of the level is going to be random. Although I do think that to start the game, the best character to pick is the one with the extra power. That's just the best power-up to start off with, guys. I really wouldn't focus on too many of the achievements because a lot of them are going to follow. The ones that we really need to focus on is lasting 4 minutes, completing 3 bosses, and then scoring 250,000 points. Now, first and foremost, to last 4 minutes, you're going to have to get past the first boss. Typically, when I defeated the first boss, I ended up beating him around 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'd say you're going to have to last at least another 30 seconds past the first boss for the 4-minute achievement. Besides that, we do need to score 250,000, and once again, you're going to have to play past the first boss. There's no way you're scoring 250,000 before the first boss. We're actually going to have to get almost to the second boss to get that 250,000. I'd say that's probably the hardest achievement in the game, at least in terms of achievements that need to be accomplished in one run. Don't get me wrong, the achievement for killing 3 bosses is really hard, but at least we don't have to get it in one run. But just to go over those other achievements that we're going to get along the way real quick, we do have a few achievements related to killing enemies. You're going to have to kill at least 1,000 enemies total to get all of the achievements related to killing enemies. We also need to destroy at least 100 meteors. That'll get us all of the achievements related to destroying meteors. And then we also need to die 5 times. We're going to have at least 3 achievements related to dying. You'll have all of them once you've died for the 5th time. And trust me, you're going to get this one naturally. Besides that, there are these little dinosaur collectibles that drop out of meteors sometimes when you destroy them. In the game, they're called Cocos. There is an achievement related to collecting 60 Cocos. So as long as you collect 60, we're going to get all of the achievements related to collecting Cocos. So just make sure that you're killing as many enemies as you can, you're destroying the meteors, and that you're collecting the Cocos, and all of the achievements will follow. Now what you're looking at here is the first boss battle. This is against the squid boss. This boss is actually really hard, guys, and I don't think I'm a shoot 'em up noob, so I would say that for the average person this is going to be difficult. In previous EastAsiaSoft titles, we were able to slow down our ship by holding a button. Yeah, there's no features like that in this game. We're gonna have to play it straight up, and even on easy, it's pretty hard. But once you defeat the boss for the first time, we're gonna get the Boss Hunter 1 achievement for 10 gamer score. But not only that, guys, but we need to beat that boss 2 more times. Now, when we beat the boss for the first time, we're gonna unlock a new character. So I'd say out of all 3 times that you have to defeat this boss, the first time is probably gonna be the hardest, just because the other 2 times will have a brand new character or ship that allows you to shoot sideways as well. Now this does give us a slight advantage this time, however by no means is it that much easier. It's still going to be really hard to defeat this squid boss. Now one tip is that if you pick up 10 of these Cocos, the little dinosaurs, you're going to activate a power up where you're going to have like a little Coco dinosaur on a leash that's going to be shooting bullets as well. This will make it a lot easier to defeat the boss because you can focus on dodging while your power up, the little Coco dinosaur, is working on shooting the enemy. The only thing is that more than likely you're not going to even have a chance to collect 10 of these dinosaurs before this boss. I found that like 1 out of every 10 attempts I was able to collect enough dinosaurs to have it before the boss, but more than likely you're not even going to see enough dinosaurs before the boss. But if you do, just make sure that you're picking them up. There's an achievement for picking them up anyway. But yeah, after that you want to make sure that you keep playing the game because we need to make sure that we last 4 minutes, and then also we need to make sure that we last long enough to score 250,000 points. After the game ends, your achievement will unlock, so if it didn't unlock while playing, don't freak out. It doesn't unlock until you die and get to the leaderboard screen. Now at this point I had all of my achievements except for defeating a boss 3 times. So what I had to do was keep playing until I defeated this boss the 3rd time, and this is where I really started getting frustrated and started raging, as I mentioned before. I think I just needed to take a break, and that's exactly what I did. I started, working on some other stuff for like an hour, and then I came back to the game and I was able to complete it. So in my 3rd attempt to beat the boss, I actually figured out a little bit of a strategy, and I want to tell you guys about it. Hopefully it helps you defeat the boss just a little bit easier. Initially, in my other attempts of trying to defeat this boss, I found myself getting hit by the projectiles all the time. Now, what you want to do is stay at the very bottom of the screen because it's going to give you more time to react to the projectiles that are coming towards you. So first tip is stay at the bottom of the screen. Second tip would be make sure that you recharge your health after you get hit once. So in this game, if you get hit, you could stop shooting and you'll recharge your health. You will not recharge your health if you're shooting all the time. So you don't want to get in a habit of holding down shoot the whole time because then you're never going to heal yourself. So make sure that if you get hit, you give yourself an opportunity to heal yourself. This is really the only way that you guys are going to be able to defeat this boss because I highly doubt that you're going to dodge every single projectile until this boss is defeated. So make sure that you heal yourself. Not only that, but this is going to extend the time. So it's probably going to help you get the 4-minute time because you're basically getting hit and healing, and you can do that over and over again until you pass 4 minutes. However, I do recommend focusing on killing the boss and not just dodging all the time. This is where it would really come in handy to have one of those mini dinosaur power-ups so you could focus on dodging and the dinosaur is focusing on shooting the boss. Now, every time you face this boss, the patterns are the same. It's just a matter of learning the patterns. So as you advance through the boss battle, he's going to change the patterns up. So you just need to make sure that you learn these patterns. It's definitely not going to happen on the first time, guys. You're going to have to face this boss a few times to learn his patterns. The sucky thing about it is that this boss is like 2 minutes into the level. So if you die, you have to play the first 2 minutes all over again just to try over again. And that's where it really gets frustrating. So I wish you guys luck with this one. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty easy completion just because, I got it done in under 2 hours, and I'd say I considered that easy. However, it's definitely skill dependent. So if you guys are having trouble, make sure that you take into consideration the tips that I mentioned in the video for the boss battle, and hopefully you guys can get your full completion or platinum trophy. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.